Hey everyone, I'm now in Holland. I'm in a town called Studs Canal, and we're kind of in northwest Holland, pretty much the middle of nowhere. We've got a tour this week called the Energy Walk Tour, and it starts tonight with a prologue. But I'll talk to you a little bit about my tour of Flanders, which I just did on Sunday. It's my favourite race of the year, and I was really hoping to do well this year. In years past I've done pretty well, but I haven't made the front group, so this year it was really a goal for me to make the front group, but I still didn't quite get there. But definitely the day was filled with some small victories again for me. I was going to be a bit more of a protected rider for once alongside Emma and Vale, so we needed just to save as much energy as possible going into the hard sections, and especially for the last 30-40k, which gets quite difficult, and that's when the bunch really splits apart. So the girls, Mel, Spratty and Luce, did an awesome job with positioning us into the hard sections and making sure we were saving energy and protected from the wind. And yeah, so I think my positioning was pretty good going into most sections, and I was coming out of each cobbled section or climb in the front of the field, so I was pretty happy with that. Maybe 70k in, I saw a dangerous move going off the front with a bowls, a rabo and a wiggle, so actually maybe it was a different combination, but it was a move that looked to be a good one and something that we didn't want to miss, so I tried to jump across but couldn't quite get there, and then we had Spratty and Valley put in a couple of good attacks to get across, but they didn't quite get there either, and then I went with somebody's attack and we got there, but that's when we hit the Valkenburg, and yeah, it's all a bit of a blur. Anyway, not long after that, another big break went and I jumped across and I did get there, and it was a break of about 8 or 9 girls, and 1 or 2 girls from each team were represented, and it was a really strong move. It had Van Dyke and Bronzini, a rubber bank, another wiggle girl, and even another bowls girl, so I thought it would be something that would have stayed away for quite a long time, but no one really wanted to work, and I certainly wasn't in the position to be forcing it to be a strong break, so I had to really just conserve my energy and take a few turns, but I knew that if the rest of them weren't working, it wasn't really worth my energy to really push it. So unfortunately we got caught not long after, maybe 5 or so k after, and then I had to just make sure I was protected in the bunch to save some energy going into the last hard sections. And over the Canariberg it really split up, and from there I was just yo-yoing a bit, and I was in the main group until we hit the Quermont, and that's when my legs blew to bits, and that's when I lost contact with the leaders, just like the other years past, so it hurts a little bit to get dropped in that same spot again, but at least this year I kind of did everything I can and took my chances with a break that could have stayed away for quite a long time. So yeah, I don't really have too many regrets, so I should have saved my energy and could have gone further, but Yuri is a genius in hindsight, so I'm not going to dwell on it, and I'm definitely climbing a lot better than I ever have been, and my positioning's good, so just got to keep being patient and toughing it out, and yeah, just... And another awesome thing that happened that day was we really rode together as a unit, and that's something that we've been working on as a team, is yeah, just sticking together in the bunch and not losing each other and communicating in chat, and yeah, really looking after each other. So that was awesome, and the girls looking after us, the protected riders, did a great job, and I'm really proud of how everyone put their best foot forward that day in the team. And then on top of that, we had Emma coming in only 3 weeks after breaking her collarbone, and she made it in the next group from the second group from the leaders at the finish, and I knew she was so disappointed at the end of the day, but for her to have even been there on one of the toughest races of the whole year is pretty amazing. So yeah, it just goes to show how tough she is, and how much of a professional she is, and how dedicated she is. So yeah, it was definitely heartbreaking to see her not satisfied at the end, but I was also super proud just to see her do that and be part of that journey of hers. So yeah, it was a tough day for her and for us, but yeah, definitely cool to be there to witness that. So, but yeah, this week is going to be some good opportunities for me in Holland. It's a 5-day stage race. Like I said, we've got the prologue tonight. It's really late. It starts at 7. Some riders probably won't be starting until after 9, so it's going to be a late night. Not my favourite way to race, but it's a good way to open a tour. And then we've got road stages after that, and a double day on Friday that includes a teams time trial. So that's the first teams time trial of the year, and we had a little practice the other day, and our new girls on the team are actually pretty good so far, so it should be fun. Yeah, so I'm excited for the week, and I'll keep you guys updated through my Facebook page and Twitter. And I probably won't do too many videos. I think I might be a bit too tired and not looking my best all week. So I'll try and do a video next week. But yeah, thanks for following, and hopefully I can bring you guys some good news.